Man, we right back at it again, man. Low Recidivism Podcast, man. We finna get straight into it, man. Tell me what in the world is going on out there in Phoenix, Arizona, bruh?
Pay attention to what happened to this deaf man, and he has cerebral palsy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, come on, man. What's going on right now?
First tonight, this is video of Phoenix police arresting a black man who's deaf and has cerebral palsy. That arrest is violent, and in this story, we're going to show you close body camera footage that's intense and difficult to watch, so please consider this your warning.
This is the body camera footage.
Everybody stop where you're at.
Remember, the man is deaf and has cerebral palsy.
See. Taser. Get your hands behind your back. Get your hands behind your back. Your hands behind your back. Get your hands behind your back.
What's that?
Hold them.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Ultra X-ray taser deploy more units. Hand behind your back. Hand behind your back. Get more. Hand behind your back. More. Hand behind your back. Hand behind your back.
Between the two officers, the man is punched at least 10 times and tasered 4 times.
He can't understand.
The guy pointed at Tyrone, who was across the street.
We're saying that's the guy that assaulted
right there. You the backwards right on, yep.
I mean, so we have a situation where the officers respond. Some white guy says, hey, no, some black guy assaulted me, and they just drop what they're doing and head right over there.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's take y'all back to what led up to this point of what y'all seen on the body cam footage and from the store footage. So you had that white dude at the end who actually pointed and said this black dude assaulted me. He was inside a Circle K or maybe it was a Kangaroo, one of them type of gas station in Phoenix, Arizona. He was in there causing a real serious disturbance, bad enough to where the store clerk called Phoenix police and was like, hey, I need y'all to come here and escort this dude out of this store because he is tripping. So soon as police pull up, go back real quick. The store clerk also specified it's a white male who y'all coming to get out the store for me.
So the police know what the suspect looks like.
At least have an idea. At least know his skin color at least. So as soon as the police pulled up to this gas station, that ending clip was that white dude telling police officers, hey, that black dude over there assaulted me inside this store. And without no questions, these officers, both of them, what their name was again? Ben Harris and Kyle Sue.
Yeah.
Ran over there on this man, drove up on this man, jumped out the car and physically kicked this man's ass, hit him with the taser for
4
no
times.
reason at all. And I know a lot of y'all nut-hugging police lovers gonna say, well, he should have just listened and complied.
Well, guess what?
That man deaf. He can't hear a damn thing. He legally deaf and he legally is diagnosed with cerebral palsy. And for y'all who don't know what that is, that's a development issue in the brain that fucks up your motor skills, your movements. What make this matter even worse, they charged this man with 2 counts of assault on an officer and 1 count of resisting arrest, which in Arizona, that's 2 separate felonies. And the body cam footage show it all. What was he resisting? I mean, what man gonna sit there and let officers, anybody, officers, man, UPS drivers just jump out the whip and start attacking you? You gotta fight back and defend yourself.
Yeah, come on, man. Anybody in their right mind would have automatically assumed that they're about to take your life. This man literally jumped out the vehicle. He's deaf, so he can't hear anything this man says, and the man goes straight to assaulting him. This man, I know this man's automatically, especially the way media pushes police brutality. Especially, you know, in his mind, he's like, damn, the police about to kill me.
And he innocent. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't bothering nobody. And at the end of the video, even further, another lady came out and told the police and like, hey, man, he is deaf and has cerebral palsy. He be here all the time just minding his business. But the two officers made sure not to put that in their falsified documents when they lied on the man and said that that he assaulted them and resisted arrest. One officer even lied so hard and said, "Hey, he bit me," which the camera never showed and it was never proven. This happened back in August 19th.
He didn't bite that man.
And his man was locked up. And just this week, they finally dropped charges against this man for the assault and the resisting arrest because they seen like, no, that didn't happen. But my question is, why did it take so long for them to see that when the footage been out? They been seeing this shit. You know what I'm saying?
On top of this, we need to make sure that this white guy is charged accordingly. Because if I don't want to make this a race thing, but it is. If this white guy can point out some random black guy and say he did it, and this is the reaction, he needs to be held accountable.
Big time. He need charges. And what make it even crazier for this police department in Phoenix, Arizona, they just was underneath scrutiny by the DOJ for not complying with their strict rules, and they set of rules. Cause they came by and say, "Nah, what we do is good," but they got a history of violence against black men, tasing black men, locking up regular black men for no reason, and this shit is still going on right in their face. Cause and these two officers are only on paid leave right now, not facing no charges. This black dude, which name is Tyrone McApplin, had to go get a lawyer to try to sue these people. Why the fuck they not in jail? That was assault with a deadly weapon. Also, in my opinion, a hate crime for all three of them for doing what they did. The store clerk even told them, no, that dude never messed with him while they was in the store.
Listen, man, I'm for police. I would like police to just do their job the right way. I would like you to help people, and y'all are supposed to do that, but the way that they just handled this issue, this situation is a catastrophe, man, because this is literally, I guarantee this is going to blow up in the media, and especially before the election. You already know it's going to get pushed just because, you know, Kamala Harris is black.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to go ahead and let them keep getting paid, then say, okay, we're going to have to fire them, let them go, and they just go one county over and it get hired again?
That's it. That's the process.
No real consequences?
No, that's a process. And in my opinion,
There's no way.
All three of them need to be in jail facing charges because not just you assaulted this man and tased this man, you also try to get this man locked up for a very long time because that's a felony and overly ruined this man's life.
There were felony assault charges. Both of them. Felony assault charges.
So in my opinion, all three of them should be charged with assault with a deadly weapon, assault, and a serious hate crime. Because that black man was minding his business. And if you know me, I don't too much try to get into the racist things and all of that. But that was a straight on, a black man was proven guilty before anything. You jump out and fuck this man up. And all y'all facing this lawsuit against the police department, man, lock their asses up, man.
All three of them.
Lock their asses up. That's some fucked up shit, man. But right now he got a lawsuit in effect. Hopefully he win, which he should win, because body cam footage is not lying. The footage don't lie.
And he need to get paid. Like,
that's what they're trying to do now. He got a lawyer. I forgot the lawyer name, but they're trying to get him paid through from the police department. But I feel like they should be held more accountable. Just they need to be going to jail.
And there's no way this time they can say this is how we trained them to handle a situation. This man went from 0 to 100 immediately. He jumped out, rushed to approach this man. He didn't even come at him like calm and collect. He just automatically took this other guy's word. And there's no way they get trained for that. You just automatically take some random person's word on the street. You don't know this man.
Nah, man.
You don't know this man at all. And you know you're here for a white person.
Yes, that's some whole ass shit. That's some whole ass shit going on. That's some racist whole ass shit. Hate crime, and one more hate crime for the other dude pointing line like that. That's bullshit. That's real deal bullshit. But look it up, man. It's Tyrone McApplin. They got longer videos. It got the two officers they both went on stand and lied even more about they falsified documents on their statement. There's more videos on that. Just look up Tyrone McApplin.
They tased this man 4 times, bruh. 4 times.
Come on, how's a fucked up
Whooped
video?
them. Nah. They don't ever need to be police, security guards,
no.
nothing ever again.
Fuck no, but hey, man. Y'all just look at that one, man, and stay tuned for that one, man. But let's gonna keep going into it, man. This next one right here, man. This is why you gotta watch your homeboys, man. You have to watch your homeboys. Before we even play the video, I guess 2 friends stole from another friend. So the other friend who got stole from came back to get his shit that was stolen. But the way he did it, shit crazy.
Hey, no. Come here now.
In front of the kid.
He ain't give a fuck.
I mean, what you expect?
He trying to find the stuff right now. That's what he doing right now in the video, trying to look for the stuff that got stolen from him.
Tear the whole house up.
Find that, man.
Where my shit at?
He ain't done. He said, last thing he said, where the rest of my shit at. And I'm going to keep it 100 trail with you. We both know how certain people feel when it comes to certain situations. If somebody take your shit, you damn near ready to die about your shit. You feel me? I guess the good news or bad news, depending what side you stand on. Was Buddy right or wrong? In my opinion, he definitely wrong because the kid was there.
And you just risked your whole life.
He only caught 10 years for that.
I did see that, but you don't know what you're going to catch beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Because the police don't care. Bruh, come on, man.
And the kid was there too. And you discharged the firearm. I don't think he hit nobody, but whatever happened, happened. But the homeboy in the red pants, he green as fuck. He talking about, nah, him. Come on, man. Y'all stole that man's shit together. Allegedly. This is all just for entertainment purposes only. We don't know exactly what happened or what exactly went down. We just know what we read and what we heard. But you gotta be careful who you hanging around, man. You gotta be careful who you
Especially
hanging
jumping out of prison.
Yeah, man. These motherfuckers wild, man.
And you done did time, so if I don't know if that's his situation, but I'm talking about personally for those convicted felons that's watching. You get out and you go around them old homeboys, you don't know what type of time they on anymore. You don't know what they went through in life. You don't know if they care about you like that anymore. You done spent years away from them. You don't know what happened.
Damn right. Y'all know the whole purpose of our channel, man, is lower recidivism, man. We try to encourage people to be successful after incarceration, but it start while you're incarcerated. And this for the people who might be going up the road, facing time, whatever it may be. Be careful of who you tell all your business to. Majority of these dudes in prison do not have your best interests in mind. They looking to use you any way they can. And this dude, this next video, his story, man, listen to what he got to say, man.
Imagine this. I'm in prison. And I had a cellie that was my cellie for about 19 months. That's a long time living with somebody. You know, living with them that long, you know, of course, you know, y'all become cool, you feel me? Like, you get to know each other, you know. It got to the point to where he was about to get out of prison and I was giving him my information. But the week prior to him getting out, he kept like saying like, damn man, like, tell me another story about you and Candace, bro. Like, man, you lucky, like, while he looking at my pictures and shit, like, that was on the wall. Like, he always, like, I look at it now, like, damn, that shit crazy. But But he kept saying that, like, man, tell me another story about you and Candace and shit, bro. Like, man, like, you know, nigga, your stories be good, bro. You have a good story. You know, I'm laughing it off, like, you know, telling him, you know, because I got plenty of them. This is the love of my life. You know what I'm saying? He gets out of prison, and 13 days after he get out, he goes to my house. I gave him my information. I gave him my, you know, my address, you know, my number and all that. Cause this is my boy. You feel me? He was supposed to look out for me when I get out. When he get out, he was supposed to, you know, do some shit for me, you know, so I could do stuff for my son, you know, Lamont, that was just born. So anyway, he gets out 13 days. After he get out, he goes to my house and he tells Candace that I sent him there. According to her mama, she said that HB sent him here to take me to a Golden State Warriors game. This is something I told him I was gonna do when I get out, cause she was a Steph Curry fan. So I told him I was gonna, you know, take her to a game, you know, cause I ain't never been to a basketball game. But he took my idea that I told him I was gonna do, and he took her to the game. Why did she get in the car with him? I don't understand still to this day, man, because she's not that type of person. She would never get in the car with nobody she don't know, ever. She know I would never tell no, she know me. She know I wouldn't allow no man to go tell her to, what? That's the part that's just, you know? So I don't know what he told her to get her, to lure her in, to get her, you know, in the car with him. But whatever it did, it worked. And it fucked up my life, man, because she didn't make it back home. They both got killed, man. You know, he got into it with somebody, and words was exchanged, and he had a gun on him. He thought he was doing something because he had a gun on him. It just so happens that, yeah, man.
What do you think he was up to? Because if he got killed too, then it wasn't like he was trying to murder her.
No, I don't think he was trying to murder her. No, of course not. I think he was trying to fuck her. I think he wanted my wife. I think he wanted my baby mama.
How many more days did you have before you got home?
Huh?
How much more time was there before you were going to be home?
I got out in 2016, so I had 4 more years to go.
Oh, 4 more years. Yeah. Plenty of time for him to move in.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I know what y'all gonna say. Oh, you can't trust nobody in prison, but y'all, unless you been there, especially for an extensive amount of time, you won't understand how it be when you get a cellmate. I mean, listen, nobody want to be by themselves for long, and usually when you get a cellmate, a bunkie, whatever, y'all lock in, man. Y'all become cool. Y'all go to telling each other stories to pass time, busting down food, sharing personal information. And for y'all who don't know, y'all might think I knew this man my whole life. But I actually met this man while we was doing time in prison and has been best of brothers ever since. So I can understand what dude was going through. He thought he had that trust. But dude was just a real sucker, man, for doing what he did. You feel me? That's some fucked up shit.
And you don't never know anybody's real intentions. But you should be able to peep. I don't know, because I would catch on to something like that. Keep telling me stories about your lady, and that's what you keep inquiring about. You want to hear about my lady? Like, I would have been like, damn, bro, why you want to keep hearing about my lady? That's kind of weird. That would have caught me off guard. But you could hear the pain in this man's voice, like, you know, his child mama gone. She ain't coming back. You feel me? Just because of this creep behind dude. And honestly, that's majority of people that's incarcerated. They ain't really had no real role models in their life. They don't know what manners and being considerate and, you know, upstanding citizen. People don't know that stuff in prison, man. But literally 99% of the people in there coming from broken homes. So it's survival of the fittest. They got to get them. You know what I'm saying? And that's obviously the mentality that his bunkie done had, because, bruh, you don't get to pick and choose who you in that cell with, bruh, or who you got to share a bunk with. You just don't get to pick and choose that. So, I mean, maybe some camps across other states, but definitely not in Florida. You're not picking.
You just stuck with. Good, bad, and different. That's on you. That's like, cause that's got to be some type of mental problem, though. Because out of all these female in the world, why you want this man female?
It kind of. That's the type of stuff that I'd be like, it's some grudge stuff going on. Like, it had to be a grudge, because why, out of everybody, would you want his lady? Why? Out of everybody, the man that you've been vibing with for your last 2 years in prison, that's kind of weird.
Some envious shit.
Yes.
I mean, he might have made it sound too good. I don't know, but it's a million females in this reel. Why I got to go after yours? What, you felt like she was an easy target because she fucked with me type shit? Or you just do you want to be me? You envy me? Something to do with the mental. Something to do with the mental, man. But fuck it. Just be careful. If anybody who's going to prison, on the way to prison, just be careful who you trust, man. I mean, I got lucky and made a couple good friends, a real brother, 2 other guys, 3 other guys who I call my brother. But I also met some creep ass dude too. Sometimes you just get the vibe. So you gotta really just play it by, you'll never really know until you just know.
It's red flags with everybody. That man had to have known. What happened was they probably became friends. And then he shot bro his information because he knew he was getting out in a year. But Buddy probably started showing his true colors, but he already gave.
Too late now.
Yeah.
Too late.
All his information. Because people expose their hand. You living with this man. You around this man 24/7. You know what I'm saying? No homo, but I don't lived with this man. It's 12 showers. I'm this man in the shower. I'm in the shower. Not.
No Diddy shit now with some real gangsters now. Fuck wrong
This
with you?
this man taking the shit. Guess what? I live with this man. If I gotta use a restroom, it's 10 stalls. I'm finna be taking the shit too. You feel me? So like the whole time you just be talking, vibing in that bit. It don't be no friendly, touchy stuff. It be on some you just vibing.
And it's really a blessing when you meet somebody you can actually vibe with, help the time go by. Nobody want to do that time alone.
Nah, hell.
Want to do that time alone, no matter how you want to say it. Another thing to a lot of dudes, other dudes, especially when they're about to get out, because a lot of times that be the one that show you love when they actually get out, sending you money, try to get you books. You know, certain other little things that people on the outside who never been in, like your family members, whatever, don't do. Yeah. They don't understand. Not to blame them. They just don't understand. But we're finna keep on rolling along, man. I don't know why in the hell I keep on getting on Instagram. And it's the shit he be sending me right here. There's some wild ass. I'm like, man, what kind of bullshit is that you sending me on Instagram, man?
Hey, man, it was too crazy. And they had, but the police, I'm on the police side on this time. So, I mean, if you listen to this, you like, man, what the heck going on? This in California, ain't it?
Man, this man sent me this shit at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck?
Y'all just listen to this crazy video,
wild,
man.
Shout this page out.
A California driver's license, you just don't have a physical copy on you at the moment.
That's my preferred method of identification.
And this is?
It's a cat collar. I'm currently identifying as a cat.
Fair enough. The information here on the tag, I'm assuming belongs to you.
Yeah, that's so rude. I hope you know I'm recording.
Well, it wasn't my intention to offend you, but he just identified as a cat, and you're wearing a Harriet's Waltz t-shirt, so forgive me if I came to a conclusion that you guys are involved in some sort of a homosexual arrangement.
I'm not mad that you think we're together, but you're using gendered language. Besides, I'm not his boyfriend, I'm his owner.
Okay. Well, look, we can do this the hard way if you'd like. I can have this car towed, because last I checked, a cat is not licensed to operate a motor vehicle in the state of California. We can have animal control come get you, take you to a shelter where your owner can retrieve you for a fee of $70 after you're given the necessary immunizations, which do include a rabies shot, possibly even spayed or neuter, whichever you prefer or identify with. Is that what you guys want to do here?
What should we do? I don't know. I don't have $70.
Sir, I can also request that a mental health care professional come down here on scene and do an evaluation of you because you're considering letting him take a rabies shot rather than just give me an ID, use some manners so I can give you your ticket and move along.
What the fuck did I just watch again? When he sent me this shit at 2 a.m., I'm like, hold on, I'm going to check this out real quick. He don't send me too many stuff on Instagram. So when he do send some shit, it be some wild ass shit, some sports shit. You know what I'm saying? It usually be some good shit. Motivational shit. And I'm like, man, what the fuck did I just watch, man? This man walking around with a cat collar on talking about he identified as a cat. So this is what the Harris Walls supporters look like now these days?
I mean, it made perfect sense. Think about all the laws that they passed for the LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? I remember what Dr. Umar was just saying. He's like, you don't pass the laws for the Asian hate crime. You don't pass laws for the Indian hate crime. You don't pass laws for the LGBTQ hate crime. You don't pass all these laws. You ain't pass no laws for the black people yet.
Nah. it's never gonna happen.
And the last Democratic president, Barack Obama, what he do? He passed legal gay marriage, same-sex marriage, and was trying to put sanctions on places in Africa to not do business with anybody in America or any other countries because they didn't want to approve same-sex marriage. So I mean, like, this is what the agenda of the Democratic Party is pushing. They're pushing LGBTQ.
Exactly. But I would never thought in a million years this is what we would have been coming to. People finna start buying robots, dudes identifying as cats and serious about it, and dudes being their owner. Men loving men is okay. If you would have told me this back in 04, I'd be like, bro, this, no.
Bro, I'm pretty sure we seen the dude. Remember the guy that identified as a deer and he got shot by a hunter? You remember that video?
What the
Yeah, the man he identified as a deer, was out there prancing around in the woods in a little deer costume.
Man, somebody gotta stop this shit, man. Somebody gotta stop this shit. We got kids watching this shit. Somebody have to stop this. This is not normal activity. My dog told me some real shit earlier. It's like everything the Bible say do, we doing the opposite.
That is, it don't make sense, bro. It literally said, it's like they literally took the Bible and said, whatever's in this Bible, let's literally reverse. Let's do a 180.
My man said I'm a cat with a cat collar. And I'm not mad because you think we're gay. Oh, my bad. LGBTQ or we're sexually involved. I'm mad because you're using gender languages. What the hell does that even mean?
Bruh, it's illegal to let your pet drive. Take his ass to
He should
jail.
have been right in the fucking humane society and euthanized and whatever. Euthanize. Get them scrotums cut up.
Y'all want to play this game? We got something for you. Let's go put you somewhere where you can wake up real quick. We can take it. He said take it to the pound where you can get a rabies shot.
Well, now we're gonna keep on scrolling, man. Now this next video is probably the most sickest video, most disturbing video that we seen all week, man. I mean, this shit is out of hand. I'm telling you, before you watch, man, for some of y'all, this might be very disturbing. It's a warning.
How's it going, sir?
Hey, how are you?
Stepping out of here for me? Shut the door for me. How you doing, man? You have any weapons on you or anything like that?
No.
What are you guys doing out here?
Just chilling. That's all.
Just chilling.
It was getting hot in the car, so I just took my shirt off.
Well, when I walked up, you were putting your shorts on.
No, my shorts. Because a lot of times, when my shorts, they get kind of stuck. So I was like trying to fix them.
Okay.
So when you see in the car, you get wet. Sometimes you get wet.
Okay. So, will you see how it looks? I come up, you two are in the back seat.
Right. Because the front seat, like far away from me. So I was like, just talking.
How old are you?
I'll be 48.
Or you just have your pants down? You don't have to lie. I kind of figure what's going on.
I didn't have my pants down though.
So he had.
He had his pants down? Yeah. Oh, wow.
So you're not gonna tell me what's going on? No.
That was.
If that's what you guys are doing, that's what you guys are going to do.
Right.
At some point.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
He would do it all the time, but you don't need to lie.
Okay. Yeah, I was sucking here. Go ahead and turn around, hands behind back.
For anybody who didn't interpretate what he said at the end he said he was, I don't even like repeating stuff like that. He was fellatio on that 16-year-old boy in the backseat of the car. And this man, allegedly, he's a pastor. We don't know the details. You can't really find nothing on it, but just so if you got more information on it, you can share if you want. If you don't, doesn't really matter. But this man need to be hung by his balls with no question asked. That is disgusting. You's a grown ass man. His wife probably at home, right? Probably was at home with a full cooked meal waiting on him.
Yeah, he's sick, man.
That's sick as hell. Like, come on, what?
It don't make sense. One, it's a jit.
16-year-old boy, man.
What you got going on for real? You're sick.
Man, if anybody got more information, especially his name and all that, he need to be put on blast, because that is getting disgusting, man. That is sick.
Hell, you sick, man.
With a 16-year-old boy, I don't even. want to talk about it no more. I really just want to put him on blast. I wish I had a thing. I just want to put him on blast and whatever jail or prison he go to, I hope it's hell in there for him.
They gonna take him up through.
They might put him in protective custody. That's what they be doing sometimes.
I was just about to say, I don't know, man, because before I left, it was so many LGBTQ sexual predators. It went from like drug dealers and robbers when I first got in, and people breaking into people's cars and houses and stuff, to the complete opposite. It was a bunch of pedophiles. It was a bunch of weird people in that bit. Like, I know you can agree, bro.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I just got out in 2021. I seen how the agenda was going, and the real agenda that I really seen, because when I first landed in prison back in 2011 at Franklin CI and Washington CI, the way they treated these sexual predators was they would put these guys on the pound on purposely in the worst dorm possible for them to be terrorized. The police would come out and give their information out on what they did and who they did it to. People that get on the phone and verify with the people, like, yeah, that's what he here for. And the other inmates would terrorize these dudes up and down. But closer towards the end of my bid, which was in the 2020 and 2021-ish, I start seeing the change. They start putting these dudes in certain camps together to keep them protected. Like one of the better camps I ever been to was Wakulla CI. Peaceful, calm, a lot of what you want to call it? What you want to look for? Privileges, a lot of canteen, a lot of rec, a lot of different educational classes. Like one of the better prisons you can be in the state of Florida during that time, at least. And the majority of people they housed was sexual predators to keep them safe and happy, I guess.
And it be coming out too that a lot of my officers be gay, man. They be messing with them dudes, them inmates and stuff that be doing that weird stuff. They be tying their shirts up in the front, or they be hemming up their pants to make it look real fitted and stuff. They do all type of crazy stuff. They let I don't know what they call them in other camps, but they call punks in Florida, and they let the punks get away with everything, bro. Because the straight officers don't even want to touch them. They don't want to shake them down or nothing, so they get away with everything. Then the women officers cater to them like a, you know what I'm saying?
Girl.
And it's, even if they a sexual predator, they don't care if they doing all that type of freaky stuff. They just assume that they just a freaky person and they getting a boyfriend on the compound. Some weird stuff, bro.
Big time, big time, big time, big time, big time. Now all you OnlyFans freaks who out there be on the OnlyFans, know what I'm saying? Smacking your little jacket while you're looking at these chicks and paying these subscriptions. You better be careful. Because this is what just happened right here. An OnlyFans model threatened to tell a subscriber's wife he signed up unless he paid extra.
All right, now y'all keep playing around, y'all.
So they don't, that's her right there. So they won't disclose the buddy name that actually was the one that got, what is it called? Extorted?
Yeah.
But her, Bethany guy, 29-year-old, was blackmailing this dude. He was on her page, you know, they hanging out, talking back and forth on Snapchat. They met on Snapchat. So she was like, hey, subscribe to my OnlyFans type shit. And I'm guessing her page wasn't popping enough that she had to go to blackmailing. So somehow they was talking enough to where she found out he got a husband, that he got a wife, a family. And she told him straight, if you don't give me $600, I'm telling you what you on here doing OnlyFans with me.
And then this is his exact words. I felt trapped and helpless. The victim said in a statement, read out during the model sentencing at Swindon Crown Court. Got him, man. I didn't have enough money to pay my rent and bills.
But you got enough money for an OnlyFans subscription. I never been on OnlyFans. I don't know how much it costs. But you ain't got money to pay your rent and bills, and you got a wife at home, but you on OnlyFans. What in the hell? Oh, man, so you felt trapped and helpless.
Bruh, this your fault, bruh.
Yeah, she was arrested. She got locked up, but she avoided prison time. She caught probation or community service type shit.
Yeah.
And had to pay the money back type shit. But it's two sides, because what she just did, she's making it bad for the other OnlyFans models. So now that's going to scare dudes, because for wanting to get on there.
I got a theory. You ready for it? It's an
ready.
OnlyFans theory. You ready?
Yeah.
OnlyFans models, you are out of gas.
Yeah.
AI is about to turn up, and you OnlyFans. Imagine creating a AI OnlyFans model, and you charging 10 cents for whatever they got going on there. You know what I'm saying?
If they ain't already got that, we might need to make that.
You know what I'm saying? But seriously, you OnlyFans, because guess what? Your only worth is what? You showing whatever you doing on OnlyFans, right? If you ain't invest that money into real estate, if you ain't invest that money into stocks or bonds, or you ain't invested into a side business, you selling facial cream and oils or whatever. If you didn't invest that OnlyFans money, you are about to be out of gas.
Believe it. You better believe it.
It's a theory, but it's a strong theory.
Yeah. And this is what I'm saying, because the dude was making statements wanting the police and people to feel sorry for him. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't feel sorry for his ass.
How can you, bruh, you put yourself in a situation.
Come on, man.
You should have just jumped on
Pornhub,
XX,
double X,
you know
NX, whatever it may be. Do what you want to, but in my opinion, I don't know. Everybody got their own opinion. I don't know how a lot of women would feel if you ever caught your man watching porn, compared to if you ever caught your man with an OnlyFans subscription, which I believe is a lot more personal than just watching random porn on, which majority of guys do. They ain't gonna admit it, but they do on their phones.
Oh, well, I could see that, because guess what? You're actually paying this chick.
You're paying, y'all talking, y'all probably doing the webcam thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't know. I never been on OnlyFans, so I don't know the ins and outs. But from what I read the article, how she knew about his wife.
We're probably the only two people in America that hasn't been on it.
Yep.
Why you look like that?
I said, yep, bro.
You look like...
I said, yep.
He looked like you was
on
it before, bro.
I never been on OnlyFans before, bro.
But everybody else I know, they talk about it. So
yeah, I heard about it back in... I think, from what I heard...
But why did he just look like that? He looked like he had a story to tell. Like he got his feet on OnlyFans or something.
Hey, you know, subscribe. You hear me? Ruby Levi 58 type shit. You hear me? Be hanging and swinging. But yeah, I think it's a lot more personal with the OnlyFans, because how she knew this man had a wife was even able to blackmail him. If you just go watch some random porn on Pornhub...
Oh, yeah, you got to be able to message them.
Got to be able to talk back. There's got to be something else going on. Yeah. So I want to know, females to tap in, is it okay for your man to watch porn? Is it okay for your man to be on OnlyFans, or neither?
They gonna say neither.
I don't think porn I think porn is okay.
Yeah, but I guarantee women ain't okay with it. They don't want you being meat, bruh, to...
Where Brittany at?
Bad!
See if she okay. I'm going to see what she got to say about this right here.
If she in her work outfit, she ain't coming in here on the camera.
Say no more. Because I really want to know, like, is it... Because I don't think it's a big deal. I think OnlyFans might be a big deal, because once again, this man said he ain't got money for bills, but you got money to pay subscriptions, which I don't know how much it costs.
She caught me one time, too. I played that bitch out so smooth.
Hey, where she at?
I played that bitch out so smooth, bro.
What do you want, where she at, man?
Listen, I'm trying to show her something on my phone. I got porn on it. I'm like, this. She was like, you watch porn? I'm like, no, what happened? I don't remember what lie I said, bro. Well, I capped so hard, dog. I capped so hard, bro. It was probably when I first got out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just did 10 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I seen that. Oh, man, she caught me red-handed, bro.
We be grown-ass men get embarrassed.
Yes, sir.
That's how I watch that shit in private. I know how to do it. That's why you gotta keep a clear history. You hear me? You gotta keep the history clear of that bit.
Damn, man.
But I don't think it's a big deal, though, man. I would want to know what people think of. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters. But I think OnlyFans, that's a little too much. You're paying for it. You get too personal with this person.
Yeah, if you can actually communicate with these people. Yeah. Because if you can communicate, you can create a relationship.
You better believe
and catch feelings. Think about Jit.
Oh, with the AI thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't hear about that one, I can't think of Jit's name.
Yeah.
We finna just touch on it real quick. The kid that took his own life for he was going back and forth with like a Game of Thrones type AI.
Daenerys. If y'all watch Game of Thrones, it was a AI version of Daenerys, and he was like in love with AI. He was in love with this game character.
You could just look it up. Younger kid commits take his own life for the AI. It's crazy.
You can see the little conversation, and she said, "Come home," and he's like, "I might have found a way to come home."
It's crazy, man. But,
you know what I'm saying?
But you look that one up. We finna tap into a big problem right now, man. One of the bigger problems that convicted felons like myself, himself, people that's locked up right now, people that's whatever you want to call it, we don't know our voting rights. Literally up until 2 weeks ago when this man was telling me some shit, I'm a convicted felon. I was charged with armed robbery. I never knew, we stayed in the state of Florida, that I could vote.
I mean, they don't tell us when we get released from incarceration.
We usually just think the same thing. You go to jail, you lose your gun rights, you lose your voting rights, and that's that. But as a convicted felon, you need to know your voting rights because all our voices matter. I want to say convicted felons in the USA make up like 1.7% of the voting population. Over 4 million people in the U.S. are convicted felons. So we have a voice, and we need to educate ourselves on our voting rights, really educate ourselves on the politics, the politicians that who we're voting for. Because I can tell you straight, back in 2016, you was locked up, I was locked up. Back when it was Trump versus Hillary Clinton. You remember how prison was back then?
Yeah.
All we got was biased news and
CNN.
And all we got was literally Bill Clinton. Donald Trump was racist. And
a Russian spy.
And a Russian spy. And Hillary Clinton was pretty much the savior. And I watched a whole prison camp get divided down the middle because of this. If you was voting for Trump, you was racist. And you had the other side. And I seen wars, clashes. I seen good friends get into it because of the race difference. And that's because we was not properly educated. We just watching CNN news and sometimes Fox or whatever it may be that came on, and we was really, 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 you know what I'm saying, messed up in the game.
And it's kind of crazy because you think like Hillary Clinton is literally saying that he's colluding with the Russians, right? Basically giving up America to the Russians, giving them all our personal private information about our military, everything, bruh. She created this Russian collusion lie and ran with it during the debate, during the political rallies that she was throwing, everything, her interviews. So it's crazy that you could say something so devastating. You got to think, it's people like that cannot stand Russia, bruh.
Yeah. So when you, come on now.
If you know the history between America and Russia, so think about, he done had 2 assassination attempts on him. Think about how many people probably still believe, well, he probably still colluded with the Russians. We need to take him out. You know what I'm saying? Because of this woman lying.
Yeah.
And then they never fact checked him. They never had the proof to back this up. It was a lie the whole time. It was a lie the whole time. Never had 1 ounce of proof.
You never know.
Never
know. And as a convicted felon myself, tell you right now, we need to be properly educated on what we're voting for, or can we even vote? Do we know to vote? Properly educated on what's going on, because they ran 2 different mock elections in the prison. They did one in San Quentin in California, and this is how the media trick people on a large scale. In the prison in California, San Quentin, they ran a mock election where they painted to the inmates, because one thing I tell you now, in prison, we're not educating ourselves on the politicians. That's not what we did. We just go with what we heard, what the media tells us, and what the next man told us. So they went to this prison in San Quentin and did a draft, did a vote, had the ballots out, and they painted Donald Trump. They kept pushing to these people, you're either voting for a white rich man who's racist, or you're going to vote for a black woman, Kamala Harris. And when they finally got done voting, majority of folks didn't even vote anyway. They just didn't care, because they don't even know they voting rights, because majority don't even know they can vote when they get out, or can they vote? They don't know. But Kamala Harris in that camp won by a large number. So they ran this same play this time in Idaho,
Ohio.
They ran the same play again in Ohio, but this time they pushed to the prisoners. Either you're gonna vote for Kamala Harris, the prosecutor, or Donald Trump, the convicted felon. So this the image they put in these guys' minds. In this camp, Donald Trump won by a large margin without no proper education, just by what one person told you. That's how they ran these things.
And if you know, like I know, if you are a career prosecutor, you have no soul. You don't care. The only thing they care about is a conviction. They don't care if you're innocent. They don't care if you're doing life, death row. They don't care. They need a conviction, and that's all they care about. I'm a witness, an eyewitness. He probably done seen it 1,000 times. People go to court, go in there, and the prosecutor's like 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, man,
you gotta be
this is my first time getting in trouble. What's going on right now? And that's the prosecutor, a career prosecutor. This is what they do.
You got to be hard.
And this is why, because it's psychological, because they say 30 years and you're fighting for your life for a whole year, thinking you're going to catch 30 years in life for your first time committing a crime. And then they say after your first year, just do 10 years. And you done did 1 year, so you're like, fuck it.
Take this down and get it out of the way type shit.
Yeah, they don't care, bruh. They just want, I mean, it's literally psychological warfare at its finest.
Yeah. But this is a message to the convicted felons out there who's locked up, who's already out. You have to know your voting rights, because first and foremost, you got half of convicted felons, which is like myself, who just always believe that since you're a convicted felon, you can never vote again. And then you got the other half who's like this lady named Laura Eckerson,
yeah.
She's from Idaho.
Yep.
Her and her boyfriend both registered to vote, because they thought once they got out in their Pacific state that they was able to vote, but they both ended up going back to jail. Her right there went back to jail for voters fraud, and she said she would never vote again because she wasn't privy to the knowledge of, can I vote, can I not? So we're just gonna go back to the last slide real quick. You gotta literally know what state you're in to know your specific rules. We are in the state of Florida, which is may lose voting permanently. And I always let them believe that until my dog laced me up on how that really works.
Bruh, and the way I got laced up, I just got out probation for 1 week. Shout out, you know what I'm saying?
So, hell yeah. What the clappers at?
Oh.
You know, a lot of people don't make it off probation now. A lot of people don't make it off there now, so to see somebody make it through like that, there, once every now and then, you feel me?
5 years of probation too.
Damn right.
So listen, bruh, this is 3 years after I'm out. I find out my probation officer called me in and she's like, you got to sign this paper. And I'm like, all right, what is it? And it's like, it's illegal for you to vote. I was like, what? She was like, bruh, I voted. In 2020. This is 2 years after I voted. She's just not telling me. And what happened was, the reason why it took off was because people was getting locked up for voting, bruh. They were violating their probation. And she was like, the feds approved us being able to vote, but it's on a state-by-state basis. So it's up to the governor really to pass the law. And they never passed it in Florida. So this is basically saying like it is unlawful to just to register to vote, to use a voter ID card, or to vote if you were convicted in the state of Florida of murder or felony sexual offense, until your right to vote is restored by the Florida Commission on Offender Review. Number 2, you have not completed all of the terms of your sentence related to your felony conviction, which like I was on probation.
Probation, parole type shit. Gotcha.
Prison or jail time, parole, community control, probation, or other forms of supervision, payment for the total amount of all fines and fees and costs, so you got to pay all your stuff off, and restitution ordered as part of the felony sentence, and fulfillment of any other term ordered by the court as part of your sentence. Or also, you are not a United States citizen and a permanent resident of the United States, which is crazy because they're trying to make these immigrants vote.
Make no sense.
Y'all trying to that's signed. I got my signature on that bit. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man. So remember, man, all our voices count in every election. You talk about 1.7% of voters are convicted felons, registered age, but we don't even vote because we don't know, or we do try to go vote and we end up going to jail. But if, as you can see on the chart, if you're one of these orange states, it say you may lose your voting right permanently, like in Florida, for certain charges. From what he just read, with like sexual charges, murder, you can lose your voting rights. But if you don't have one of those, you fall into like one of these dark blue states, where your vote is restored after prison, parole, and probation, after everything you did and done. You're back on. And I'm guessing in Louisiana, you can vote right after prison or parole. I guess probation don't matter. And in these light blue states, you can vote soon as you get out. Soon as you get out, you can just vote, which I think that's how it should be. Once a man finally did their time, our voices matter. And you see the green state, which is just one or two, maybe a little three of them, you can vote while you locked up in prison.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
It's fine. Because, you know, our Constitution makes people in prison, we're known as slaves.
Too crazy.
For real, bro. Like, people in prison are slaves. Don't get it twisted. You work for free. They don't pay you. They don't compensate you with money and stuff, bro. You are considered a slave. You got to go to bed when they tell you to go to bed. You got to take a shower when they only cut the showers on and say it's okay for you to take a shower. You got to go to the chow hall and eat only at the times they say you could go out up there and eat. You go to rec when they say you could go to rec. And you got to go to work. If you don't go to work, guess what? You got to do the rest of your time in the box.
Confinement.
If you don't want to work, you got to spend your whole time in the box, bro. So, I mean... Come on now, you feel me? You are literally labeled a slave.
Yeah.
And it's surprising to see those two states and a part of, what is that, Virginia, that's DC up.
They could vote from prison. That's actually crazy.
That's wrong.
You know, a lot of guys like myself, I'm not finna lie, like myself, and the majority of guys like ourselves, been locked up. We never cared about voting. We just didn't care about politicians, but that shit affects us, man. You gotta understand. Everybody worried about what the president's gonna do for the white people, what the president's gonna do for the black people. What about the population of people that's convicted felon? What are they gonna do for us? We also a minority group who need some changes. Cause you got guys like ourselves who came out here, start doing all the right things, but still don't have the same chances everybody else have.
Oh, man.
Gun rights. So I work my ass off, go hard for everything that I have, but I don't have the right to protect myself.
And, bruh, if it's not a sexual charge, it shouldn't matter what I was arrested for. You shouldn't be able to see my history. Maybe if I try to go for a federal job or something like that. But, bruh, if I'm going to get a job at a construction company and they tell me no because of my background, or DJ just got told no like 3 times by 3 different car companies, bruh. So, I mean, like, this is BS, bruh.
And that's what
He's selling cars. He ain't doing nothing crazy.
My dog, remember JJ, he got hit from like 3 different warehouse jobs. Soon as they did the background check, it was like, nah. And what don't people understand is why we need changes, because that's one of the main reasons why the recidivism rate is so high. What do you expect a grown man to do when he get out and he can't find a decent enough job to where he can pay his bills?
Especially if he got a kid he got to take care of.
Come on, man. That's why we have to take voting seriously. We have to study for ourselves. I wish they would put more programs in prison that help dudes like, hey, even like little small groups of like, whatever, get together, let's sit down, let's talk about this stuff, man, because voting is very important. At one point in time, not for lie, I didn't care about voting till I became a man and adult, and I got to take care of my own shit. Was like, damn, these prices high as fuck.
Bruh, and I'm going to tell you, bruh, because I done spent a whole decade of my life incarcerated. And during that decade, the different camps that I was at, it would be huge budget cuts for prisoners. And what that means is the government would say, we're taking away $1 billion that's going to prison. Yeah. Guess where they take that out of? The education, the trades. They take, you'll be at a camp with 5 trades, it'll go down to 1 trade. So how are a compound of 1,200 inmates gonna be able to get this trade? And then because they do this, they're like, the only people that could get this trade right now is people that got 8 months or less. That's it. So majority of the people can't even get into the trade.
Got nothing better to do with their time, so now they stuck just sitting around doing nothing. So
don't learn any skills around a bunch of people making bad mistakes. So what do? You subconsciously pick up other people's habits, the way they talk, the way they act, the way they move, what they crimes they're doing. If you surround yourself with these people,
Yeah. So yeah, I gotta get out there, man. Learn y'all voting rights. See what state you're in. Look it up. Figure it out. We don't know everybody voting rights or how it works, but you can do it yourself on Google. Find out. Talk to your incarcerated ones, because listen, we might be a smaller population, but there's over 4 million of us in America who need to learn these things, who need to know about these things, because we need change as well. We're trying to live our lives and not go back to prison. It's just really that simple.
And another thing is, just because you are a convicted felon does not mean you cannot get your rights restored. You can get your civil rights restored. There's people on YouTube that have went to prison for violent charges and have filed their own motions to get back in the court date with the judge in front of them and tell them like, hey man, I done did my crime. I done did the time. It's time for me to get my rights back. I want to vote. I want to, and guess what? The judge is granting them to get, I mean, they're getting their gun rights back, voting rights. They're getting 100% of their rights back.
Damn right.
I don't know if it's not taking it off of their background. I'm pretty sure it's not. That's why you need to go to our lower recidivism page so you can learn how to succeed. Freedom Inspired, man. Go to the Freedom Inspired page, man. We're going to keep dropping jewels on how to succeed as a convicted felon. If you're a convicted felon, go to Freedom Inspired, subscribe.
We'll drop a link down here or over there somewhere so y'all can see, man. Hey, man, we're going to thank everybody for the support who've been buying the merch. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all. Keep supporting. We're going to keep pushing. Stay safe, man. Stay vigilant.
And lower recidivism.